Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Microsoft Flight Simulator, checking out the new UK update. And we are overflying Cambridge right now in the drone because we've had special permission. And the reason why I've chosen Cambridge is because it's like my second home, this place. I've got fond memories of studying here for many years. And what we're going to do is we're going to fly over the city and then head to Oxford, which is another photogrammetry area with a few points of interest along the way. But I just thought I'd drone around a bit first and show you the frame rate we're getting, which is exceptional actually. Do you know, it's funny, I've had some comments recently about the fact I'm using a 1080p monitor. Heaven forbid. Well, I'll tell you what guys, just to let you know, I also use a Samsung 4K TV sometimes. And for me personally, I don't really notice a massive difference in performance. It's a little bit less, probably by about 10 frames per second, but I do find that the 3090 card, one of its huge benefits is that it handles real high resolutions really well. You know, even with the Reverb G2, which, let's face it, most of the time I'm flying in VR, if I've got that set to 100% render scale, or if I've got it set to 70, it doesn't make any difference to the frame rate, which is remarkable. So I think that is one of the strengths of the 3090 card. Anyway, let's get back to the airport, and we're just going to fly the Cessna 172 today. It's one of my favourite aircraft actually, the default birds, the non-G3000 version, because I'm not a massive fan of those sort of panels. And yeah, I'll see you in a moment. So welcome guys, we're now going to start our bird up and get underway. Fuel pump on for a moment, mixture fully rich. There we go, fuel pump off, mixture lean. We need to put our beacon on, make sure, yeah, the fuel is on. Otherwise that would have been pointless what we just did. And right, we're going to start the engine, clip her up. Love the sounds of these default birds, you know, they're great. Pitot heat's definitely going to come on. We are in Britain after all, and we're using live weather today. And actually it's not too bad, it's about 10 degrees, which is quite mild compared to how it's been recently. Yep, that'll do for now I think, that's fine. Make sure our trim wheel is active. And we shall get going. Now I've got a little plan here today, as you can see here. Heading out of Cambridge, and we're going to fly to Oxford over Blenheim Palace, which is going to be spectacular, and we've got so much exploring to do now. Can't wait. So today I'm not going to mess around with ATC. We're just going to find a runway and go exploring. So if that interests you, feel free to make a brew and we'll get cracking. It's a little blustery today, so we'll have to be careful of that. We'll just make a left-hand turn and we're going to fly right over the photogrammetry area here. So let's fly over the city here. I absolutely love what they've done here with this update, and I'm so pleased they've included a number of different photogrammetry areas, especially Cambridge. There's something about this city, you know, you'll go into a pub and there'll be some live music playing, and I don't know what it is, but the standard of music in Cambridge is just superb. I've done quite a few gigs as well over my years of playing as a musician, and yeah, just I love this place so much. And look at this, some beautiful churches down there. We'll fly over the main university as well. Already I recognise so much. You can't beat photogrammetry. It's the way forward, really. It's funny, I remember about 10 years ago I wondered whether photogrammetry would ever become a thing in a flight sim. And thankfully that day is now upon us. There we go, look at that. We'll fly nice and low over the university. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely extraordinary how much I recognise. I even flew over a friend's house just now, but of course I can't really announce where they live. That would be a little bit foolish on YouTube. But needless to say, everything's there. Of course it is. It's true to life like never before. Right, I think what we'll do now is we'll head onto our flight plan and check out Oxford. Which I'm kind of less familiar with, really. I've been there a few times. I wonder if they're mad on cycles as they are in Cambridge. I've played at that pub before. That's one thing us musicians always say, you know, if you're out driving or whatever and you go past the pub you played, you always have to mention that you've gigged there. I don't know what it is, it's just something we all do. Anyway, what we'll do is I'm just going to head further down the road, and I will see you as we get very close to Oxford, our next port of call. So as we're looking here outside at the countryside and nearby towns, I'm just seeing if I can spot any procedurally generated churches, which I was kind of hoping for, but I haven't noticed any so far. Having said that, I think overall the buildings are very indicative of what you'd expect from the UK. But we did have that before anyway, but I do notice a distinct lack of, I guess, office blocks and buildings that really stuck out. There's definitely not as many of those that I've noticed so far. But yeah, still no churches that I can see. I mean, really, you know, I'm not expecting sort of a Orbex True Earth type overlay, which I'm still hoping is gonna, you know, be on the cards at some point. But you know, for default, for a free update, this is extraordinary. Oh, there's an airfield down there. Where's that? Oh, we're not far from Cranfield, actually. That's Hatfield. Blending into its surroundings, very nice there, especially considering it's not actually a, you know, a customised airfield. But look at this countryside; it looks remarkable. You know, I've done many real-world flights in the UK. I'm very lucky that I've flown quite a lot, and you know, this is just like looking out the window at the UK. It really is. And to think that this is just one of many world updates. It's pretty staggering stuff. That is exactly what the UK looks like. Even in this area, which obviously, you know, is more out in the sticks, which I think is a good test. So as we continue to make our way to Oxford, that is the Oval testing range, which is near Cranfield. So if you bought a new car recently, it probably would have been tested there. This is the A421, which links the A1 and M1. And I'm pleased to tell you it has no speed cameras, but don't ask me how I know that. So there we are, that's the M1 here. And if we head south, that will be Luton, which I've taken off from a few times in real life. And London will be over there to the south. In fact, actually, let's just pull the lights down a minute. I do love a night scene. That is, I mean, that is epic. I'm sure they've improved the lighting. Who needs ray tracing, eh? Oh, wowzers. Look how darker it is, you know, as you sort of get towards the sort of more urban, sorry, more rural area, shall I say, and the countryside there. Those lights really pop. That's one thing that is a limitation of some VR headsets, unfortunately, is the you know, if you want to fly at night time, most VR headsets now are LCD, and even the Reverb G2, it just doesn't cut it at night time compared to an OLED panel. Hopefully maybe the Reverb G3 might have an OLED 4K display with a 130 degrees field of view. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so we're getting nice and low now over Blenheim Palace. That looks beautifully modelled. Oh, wowzers, look at that. That's very nice indeed. Very nice indeed, look at that. And by the way, thank you to whoever it was in the comments that mentioned that it's actually Gaia simulations that are providing all of these points of interest, not Orbex as such. So yeah, you can tell. I mean, they've definitely built many of these objects from the ground up specifically for this simulator, because obviously we're now entering a new dawn in the graphical fidelity of what is able to be achieved in this sim, and it's great that Gaia simulations are really up in the ante to give us some really highly detailed points of interest here. We'll just take one more, in fact, I'll do one more pass just for the thumbnail, and I'll see you again in a moment as we head over to Oxford, which is our last port of call for this particular flight. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Now I'll just reiterate the point that we're not in VR mode, only because I want to show this off the best I possibly can on YouTube. Now of course I will be doing a full VR UK tour very, very soon in the brand new Just Flight Piper Arrow, which I'm really looking forward to. Anyway, I think we're already into the photogrammetry area here. It starts about here, I can see, so we'll jump outside and have a look. Oh, that's very impressive indeed. Look at that. You can't beat photogrammetry. I'm getting very good performance here actually. I haven't detected any stuttering, any slowdowns or anything. It's running very smooth indeed. That looks spectacular. Look at those, all those old buildings. Completely true to real life. Wowzers. So there we are, folks. I hope you enjoyed that tour today. We're a bit low on fuel, so we're now going to head back to, in fact, yeah, we'll land at Kidlington, which is just down the road from here. Really looking very nice. I can't wait to check this out in VR, which will be the next video, guys. Don't worry, I'm not going to start doing 2D videos too much, but let me know in the comments if you do like the odd monitor flight, because I will do a few more of them, because honestly it's so much easier to record than VR. Slow down a bit here. Yeah, I love all the bumps and you know, how you're constantly going through a ever-changing medium of air. You know, it's not like flying on rails like it used to be. I think they depict that, actually. This sim depicts it better than X-Plane. I do feel X-Plane does have the edge on the fluid motion of the flight model. I still think it just has the edge. But what really helps is the weather simulation and physics in this sim. Make all the difference, quite honestly, when you're really feeling like you're flying. So here we are, coming in short finals. It's a bit blustery, but the wind is on the nose, so it's not too bad. One notch of flaps, bit long, but we're down. Right, yeah, I won't bore you with the shutdown process. I'm sure you've seen me do that a million times before. So yeah, see you guys very soon. Bye bye for now.